May 6th, 2008, Taipei, Taiwan. There's a little girl born, 13 weeks premature. She has trisomy 21, also known as Down syndrome. Her parents felt pressured to give her up for adoption. They felt like the doctors and the government were telling her that this baby would be bad luck. This baby would need many surgeries. This baby had Down syndrome. They could not keep her. She's bad luck. Unfortunately, this happens in many cultures, even in America. People feel pressured, or they don't even want to keep this baby when they find out that it's going to have a special need or has a simple little birth defect or something. It's not even the gender they want in some countries. Parents will give up a child just because it's not what they're expecting. This story is not something that I just made up. It's not a story that I just pulled off the internet. It's a true story. It's something that's near and dear to my heart. This little baby, my family adopted in 2009. Her name's Chloe. I wish I could say that this story is unique to just my family. I wish I could say that babies are not left behind by their parents, that people do not pressure or force other people to give up their children based on a special need or in gender, or they just can't take care of them, they just don't want them. But that's just not the case. Children, there's many orphans in the world. In fact, there's so many that there's a number that is so large that I think you guys should know about. There's 153 million orphans in the world. 153 million. Now, I want to put this into perspective. 153, this may seem like a small number when you think of there's 7 billion people in the world. But I looked at worldatlas.com, and they say that Russia, which is the 9th largest country in the world in population, also one of the biggest in square feet in the world, has 141 million people in it. That's drastically smaller than how many orphans there are in the world. Now, the word orphan is used for people who actually live in orphanages and children who live in foster care. Children in foster care may have one parent alive, they may have no parents alive, they may have two parents, but they have the parents can't take care of them right now, or they are no longer are allowed to take care of them, so they've been put in foster care. But they're still called orphans. I feel like foster care is so important that there's some stats that go along with it that could be shared. CAFO, which is the Christian Alliance for Orphans, they say that in America alone, there is over 402,000 children in the foster care system available for adoption. These kids are paper ready. They could be adopted right now. 402,000 of them. Like I said, there's 153 million kids in the world that are orphans. That's from the worldorphans.org. But there's 402,000 in just the U.S. that are in the foster care system. There's one last stat that I felt is a proficient way to sum up how I feel about orphans and children available for adoption. Again, CAFO, they say that there's a specific number of people that could help an orphan child, and that number is 1. It takes one person to make a difference in an orphan's life, in a child's life. It takes one person to make the difference in a number as big as 153 million. Now Chloe, the girl you see behind me, this is my sister now. This is her after 6 years of being with my family and our being able to love on her and take good care of her.